Hello there, I'm RJ. Today marks my 8-month and 6,000 mile review of this vehicle right here. This is a 2007 Hummer H3 with the Adventure Package. It is the inline 5-cylinder, not the Alpha. So, that being said, there's a few things I can't comment on in this review. One, I don't have a sunroof. I can't comment on sunroofs leaking because I don't have one. Two, I don't have the Alpha. So I can't tell you anything about Alpha. All I can just tell you about is the inline 5-cylinder. So I don't have a luxury package. Didn't want a luxury package. As you can see, I use this vehicle for fishing a great amount of the time, and the leather seats and a nice interior just don't go well with me. So this is the base model interior, and plenty comfortable and exactly what I need. For the inline 5-cylinder, I have this vehicle now has a little over 160,000 miles on it, and I have put just over 6,000 of those miles on it myself. I get about 16 roughly miles per gallon on the highway through the hill country of Texas, roughly going 71, 72 miles an hour. The 5-cylinder, don't expect V8 power from it. It's plenty of power for what I need, but I'm not sure that I would pull any sort of sizable trailer. I would definitely stay within the 3,000 or 3,500 pound towing capacity, and I really wouldn't want to get too close to that, especially if you're going to be climbing a lot of hills. I think I would stay under 2,000, which is what I intend to do. If you're looking for a very powerful vehicle, you might look at the Alpha. Although this is about the same power as Jeep Wrangler, Jeep XJ, whatever, those type of vehicles. It is not the truck to pull your ski boat. So, I have had 4 four-wheel drive vehicles prior to this one. My first was an 81 Toyota pickup, lifted on 33s years ago. Had a ton of fun with that thing. The second was a 76 K5 Blazer with the small block 400. The third was a 95 Dodge D350 four-wheel drive, which doesn't really count necessarily because I didn't really get it off-road very much. And the fourth, a 94 Jeep Cherokee, the XJ. So I have some experience with those models. I've never really been part of a four-wheel drive club, although I'm looking at it. So I haven't really done a lot of extensive trail driving, just lake trails and stuff like that we have here where I'm at, because the nearest trail that you can hit from me is about 3-hour drive. So this Hummer H3 is so far every bit as capable as any of those others, probably more so than a few of those because of the rear locker, which I have used twice. That comes with the Adventure Package. It's very easy to use, works great. 4-low on this vehicle with the low geared transfer case that comes with the Adventure Package is low. So you are not, if you're going to be you have to put it into 4-low in order to initiate the locker, and you're not going to go anywhere very fast. I have, like the Toyota definitely, and the Jeep XJ had a much higher gearing on when it came to 4-low. the Hummer H3 with adventure in 4-low, be prepared. It is for crawling. I mean, that's what they designed it for. So be prepared for that. And I do highly suggest that if you're going to be doing any off-roading at all, and if you are considering a Hummer H3, definitely look into those that you can get with the adventure package for the i5 or the off-road package for the Alpha models, because you're going to want that locker. It comes in real handy and keeps you from breaking things and tearing up the trail. I did feel, honestly, a little bit more comfortable in some of the other vehicles off-road, simply because I am not used to having an IFS four-wheel drive vehicle. That's a new thing to me, and it's this thing in my head that says that I'm going to break it. I haven't broken it. I haven't broken anything, but I do still have that in my head, because every other four-wheel drive vehicle that I've had before now was a solid axle front. So IFS was a new thing for me. It's very nice on the trails that I drive on, which, you know, can range to moderate and often rocky, which is where the adventure skid plates also come in handy. I'm happy to have those, because some of the trails I get on have a lot of protruding rocks, and I know the skid plates have already done their job in several instances. So definitely look for the adventure or off-road package. Failures. Pass lock failure twice. I do think that if you are slow and methodical about adding your key, you really don't have any problems turning the key in the ignition. If you get in a hurry, jam it in there, and that seems to be when I had problems. It's an older vehicle. The ignition wears out. I've heard lots of things, but I haven't really worried about it, because I don't use this vehicle to go to work or anything, so I'm really not in a hurry, and I've only had it happen twice, so it hasn't been that big a deal. Other failures, I haven't had any. I did clean the throttle body and MAF sensor. They really weren't dirty even at that amount of miles. I don't have any transmission slip or anything like that whatsoever. I'm not using, burning, leaking a lot of oil, so I have to say good things about that. It is a Chevrolet, or a GM vehicle, and as far as I can tell, very reliable. I intend to have this vehicle for quite a few miles more, and I don't treat it nicely. I don't shy away from. I got this vehicle to hit some spots that other people can't get to when I'm fishing, or take some overlanding trips, which are definitely something that we're looking to do. So, should you be afraid? Should you be afraid to buy this vehicle? Because most of them that you see are going to have higher miles. You can't buy one. You might, if you get lucky, you could buy one with under 10,000 miles or under 40,000 miles. But most of them I see are getting on up there above 100,000 miles or more. So I can't say that I would be afraid of that. If you're planning on doing some serious rock crawling or anything like that, I know some people do it in Hummer H3s, but I probably wouldn't. I am still thinking later this year about picking up a Jeep Wrangler TJ for just that purpose, just for the simple fact that the CV axles and the front end, the front differential, is a little bit more delicate than the solid axle front on a Jeep Wrangler, and it's just something in my head that says, hey, we don't want to break this, because I'm usually alone. I'm not traveling with several people or in a group of vehicles, so if I break down, then I'm broke, and I have to call somebody to come from who knows where to come and get me. So that is definitely a concern of mine. So if you're just wanting to hit some mild to intermediate trails, have some fun in the mud, you know, go fishing at the lake, something like that, this would be the perfect vehicle for you, and it'll get you there comfortably. It's a very comfortable drive. The interior, the seats, all of that is quite comfortable, more so than the comparable Wrangler or XJ, definitely. So if that's what you're looking for, then I can highly suggest it. So this is just my 6,000 mile review. Some things I can't comment on. Yeah, the suspension seems great. Mine's a little soft. Can't comment on the shock because 160,000 miles, I need new ones. So, you know, I can't tell you, hey, the shocks are great or whatever else, because I got to put new shocks on here. It's not bad at the moment, but I know it's time. Maintenance, pretty easy. Most people should be able to do it if they're mechanically inclined, except for, you know, changing out the thermostat's going to take you all day, which luckily I haven't had to do. And, you know, one of the last things I got to say is your temperature gauge is going to scare you. This thing runs above half on the temperature gauge, between half and 3/4. Looks a little hot if you're not used to it, but I've told time and time again, the engineers designed it that way for a fuel efficiency, so I try to just block it out of my mind. I haven't really had any problems with it overheating. It's just that it runs higher than I'm used to. Other than that, I can't say anything bad about it. I don't really like a lot of the plastic bumpers and this and that and whatever, and that there aren't a lot of aftermarket possibilities. I do like the ARB, of course, but you don't have a lot of choices in much of anything, really, if you're looking for aftermarket possibilities. So if you're going to be building a lot of things and changing a lot of things to your vehicle, you know, you might look at that when you're looking for your vehicle and determine, hey, you know, I want a lot more aftermarket options than what the Hummer H3 offers, because there aren't a lot, really. It can be frustrating. So this has just been my honest review of this vehicle. For now, it's been 8 months, a little over 6,000 miles, and a 160,000 mile vehicle. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment. If you have anything to add, you know, put it down there below. We'll have a chat. Other than that, please click that little notification bell so you can see when I post some new stuff. Thank you much.